Friends, after a very long time, I have come back again and uploading some videos or start off with the meta-analysis techniques as to how to proceed further. However, before I can go ahead with another topic under meta-analysis, because I have showcased certain things earlier in the past 5 or 6 videos. Now, in this particular video, I'm going to repeat myself with respect to the types of meta-analysis that are present for us, and I welcome you all to this particular video of mine on YouTube, number one. Number two, I would like to thank some of the research scholars, especially, they have asked me, can you please proceed further and explain to us more about meta-analysis as to how we are supposed to proceed further. And, luckily they have come up with, I would say, a few papers, and they highlighted the problems. So as the, time permits, and given the scope of my own knowledge with respect to meta-analysis, I would definitely go ahead and proceed further. First and foremost, the question arises, how many papers should be considered for meta-analysis? Now, for example, I have already been repeating or reiterating myself again and again in previous or the prior videos of mine that yes, one should take a good number of papers. Now, the question arises, what do I mean by good number of papers? Now, you see here, we when we are doing a research, we have got, I would say that there is a model which is present in our mind, and we are really looking forward to go ahead and look or establish some kind of a relationship between those variables that we have already selected ourselves. Now, the question arises to me as to how you have come up with these variables. Did you do the qualitative research? Did you write some of the case studies or some kind of a conceptual papers? Or how did you come up? Did you do some kind of a website analysis? You see, we have got, I should say, plenty of tools right now in front of us, which really helps us to proceed further with the research. Now, I'm starting off with the qualitative. I'm raising these questions as to how did you come up with these kind of things, number one. Number two, what was your result? How many papers did you collect for your own primary research? Now, you see, even if you're writing a research paper, we cannot just, you should have done little bit of work, I would say, with respect to the literature review, so that you are coming up deriving certain or presenting certain variables. Now, for example, I very recently, I would say that came across one of the students who said that, ma'am, these are the variables, and I want to proceed further with the meta-analysis. And I asked her, how did you find these variables? First and foremost is that I picked up one of the paper, research paper, and the paper had established this kind of a thing. So is it fine that yes, I'm able to go ahead and sketch out a model for myself? I would say that would be your first model. However, just one paper would be a little bit difficult. Then the question arises, fine, I have picked up a research paper wherein the writer, the author of the paper, had worked upon 15 papers. Okay, so 15 papers, really established that particular thing. Okay, so that's the next question for me. So is that the kind of meta-analysis I'm looking for? So the question arises, how am I supposed to proceed further in order to do the meta-analysis? Now try and understand, when I had introduced type of meta-analysis, it was very clearly mentioned that there are two types of meta-analysis that we are dealing with when it comes to quantitative literature review. When I say quantitative literature review, I'm really talking about literature review wherein it is not just 25 or 50 papers. I'm talking about good number of papers that you are picking up, because you are trying to establish the strength between the various relationship that is existing between the variables, and then you are going to generalize, come up with your own theory and establish, support your own theory and say that, see, this is my model that I have established, and this is the strength or the power which really helped me to proceed further, and I have tested it. So meta-analysis in itself becomes a research area for us, and in our country, I would say that yes, very few of us have dedicated for the meta-analysis. It is a very rigorous one. We are so much interested in publishing our papers that we are keen that yes, within 3-4 months my paper should be published. However, it's a long process if we are focusing on meta-analysis, at least. So let me come up again, and I think I should go ahead and upload videos separately for the different types of meta-analysis. So this is another introduction kind of a thing that I really wanted to highlight and proceed further. And my style of uploading the videos is that usually I prefer small videos rather than the long videos, because long videos does not allow us to focus more on what we really want to learn. So I'm going to stop here, and in my next video I welcome you all to look at it, wherein I'm going to talk about quantitative literature reviews, which is one kind of meta-analysis and most popular variety of it. So let me focus on that, and let me come back and we can proceed further. Till then, thanks and take care. Bye.